When ordering numbers, a great starting point is using toys and flashcards. Now, I would never go and spend money on flashcards because I think you can make your own for free, and also that's better because you can tailor them to your child. So if your child is doing 1-digit numbers, do that. If they're doing 2-digit, then you can do that. So you could give each toy a card. It could be building blocks, it could be Lego, it could be cars, cuddly toys, whatever you've got, and children would have to put them in order. You might notice that I've tried to use some examples that would be slightly tricky and provoke some conversations, things like 13 and 31. So children are having to understand that the value of the tens digit here, the 1, is less than the 3 here, even though we've got a 3 in the ones column there. And things like a 5 versus a 50. Do they understand the difference? Things like that. It's a really good starting point for ordering numbers. And when you're doing this, you'd be having questions and vocabulary, things like who's got the most, who's got the least, how many more, how many less, greater than, less than. You could even think about introducing some language like ascending and descending if you think your child's ready for it. They're often more receptive than you might think. Playing cards can be a really great resource to use. I've got a pack and I've just taken out the picture cards. You could do all sorts with this, but a key game that I would like to play is if you deal out 5 cards to each person who's playing the game, and then you shout go, and they have to turn over their pile, and each person has to order them as quickly as they can, and it's a race. You can also use playing cards on the stairs, and I like to use this as an opportunity to teach about ascending and descending. Just having those signs there will get your child used to the vocabulary if you think they're ready for it. So you can lay out cards on the stairs, and then the child can go through and put them in order. So going down the stairs or up the stairs based on their order. You can see that I've done 2 digits here. You could stick with 1 digit. And the best thing about this is that your child can rearrange them as many times as they like. Another thing that children can order is quantities of things. So if you have a jar of sweets or a tube of Smarties or something similar, a packet of anything really, of different colours or types, they can get it out, count them all out into their different types and see if they can put them in order based on their quantities. There's a great game that you can do with dice and number lines. You'll see that I've got a selection of number lines here and I've been creative with it. Wiggly, staircase, spiral. So I'll show you with the spiral one how it might work. So I would have 2 dice, each player would. You take it in turns to roll. And if I had that number, I could choose whether that was 65 or 56. And I'm going to choose whereabouts to put that on. Sorry about the cat. So I might go for 56. Then the next player rolls, and using their colour, they decide what that is. Is it 12 or 21? And they put it on wherever they think it would go. And you keep going, taking it in turns to roll. Or I might choose that to be 43. And you keep going until one person has got 3 of their coloured numbers next to each other, and then they're the winner. Hopefully those games gave you some idea of how you can order numbers. So we've got toys, flashcards, dice. Be creative. Anything that you see around you can be great. Have a go.